Okay, we start recording and welcome again everyone to Machinery Lubrication Analysis and Engineering free webinar. I will be sharing my screen right now with you. All right, so let's start the webinar. It's going to talk about couple of main topics. First, we are going to introduce the webinar and the presenter of the webinar so we can get to know each other more. If it's your first time to know about me personally or Orbit Institute, I'm going to introduce Orbit Institute as well, and I'm going to give a brief introduction about the ICML, which is the International Council for Machinery Lubrication, and the benefits of gaining an international certification because I receive tens of messages daily asking about certifications and asking about the real benefit of gaining a certification or an internationally recognized certification. So I want to talk about this topic as well. Then I'm going to talk about the machinery lubrication analysis, the path of machinery lubrication analysis courses and certifications, and I'm going to discuss some technical information about the machinery lubrication analysis. Then finally, I'm going to talk about the machinery lubrication engineer or machinery lubrication engineering path. The course of machinery lubrication engineering, the body of knowledge covered in this training course, and the certification and the exam, and how you can qualify yourself to be a certified machinery lubrication analyst or a certified machinery lubrication engineer. Okay, let's start first with a brief introduction about me. My name is Ali Atiya. I am a mechanical engineer specialized in rotating machinery diagnostics and reliability. Uh, I have experience working across many industries such as oil and gas, power plants, cement industry, steel industry, food and beverage, and so on. I am mainly using condition monitoring techniques like vibration analysis, oil analysis, thermography analysis, ultrasound testing, and doing precision maintenance techniques, as well as alignment, shaft alignment, laser alignment, and balancing, and so on. Um, I'm also an international technical trainer delivering courses in Arabic language, in English language for professionals in many countries worldwide. I hold several certifications in reliability, machinery lubrication, including vibration analysis, infrared thermography, category 3, vibration analysis category 4, machinery lubrication analyst level 2, and machinery lubrication engineer and certified maintenance and reliability professional, and so on. This is a very quick sample of my international certifications from the ICML, from Mobius Institute, from Infraspection Institute, from Bentley, Nevada, from the SMRP, which is the Society of Maintenance and Reliability Professionals. And this is some snaps, some pictures, samples of the training courses I've provided in many countries worldwide, even classroom courses or online live training courses. So let's start in the main topics in this webinar. But before we start, usually we struggle, or most of people asking me in a daily questions in a private messages about the certifications, about developing their skills, about their career path in condition monitoring and reliability. So that's why I wanted to start with asking this question: why many professionals struggle to develop their skills? And I find that the most common challenges, the most common problem to many people is is one of the following points. Maybe you have a very busy work schedule and long shift. Maybe you have a personal commitment, a family commitment. Maybe this training course you need to travel to attend the classroom training course. maybe you need a flight and accommodation and transportation costs, which is adding up to the training course fees or expenses. Uh, Training budget are often limited in many companies. The fixed training dates may conflict your work requirement. Taking several days off is not always possible, so you may miss the learning opportunity. The learning pace itself in the classroom, it may be too fast, maybe too slow, and the knowledge retentions drop after the course end. So after the course end, you feel like you may forget about what was mentioned or what was discussed in the training course. So my question for you now, uh, what is the biggest real obstacle preventing you from self-development? And I would like to present a poll um, in this so we can make this session more interaction a little bit. So uh, do you see the poll now? Do you see the question and the answers of the questions? You can sum up. Okay. We are going to wait till everyone answers. What is the biggest obstacle preventing you from the self-development opportunity? Is it a lack of time? It is the cost of the training? It is the work or family commitments, or it is all the above? I'll give 1 minute for that. Yeah, I launched all the polls at once. So there are three questions. Well, I will be discussing the other two questions lately. But yeah, let's talk about the first question first. What is the biggest obstacle preventing you from self-development opportunity? Many people are saying the cost of training, and some other people saying it's all the above. So mainly the cost of training is the main reason, and some other people think that lack of time, work and family commitments could be as well uh, a contributing factor in as an obstacle preventing you from your self-development plans. So yeah, thank you so much for your answers. Around 50 people answered this question now, or around 48 people, and it's obvious that the cost of training is exceeding 60% of the answers. So that's why when I started this journey in delivering this knowledge, the technical trainings to other people, starting to engage with professionals worldwide about their biggest obstacles, about their problems to achieve their self-development goals, they mentioned, I think, exactly the same problems you mentioned here. It's the cost of training, the lack of time, the commitments, and maybe all of them at the same time. So that's why I wanted to introduce Orbit Institute for you. Orbit Institute is it's the solution from my point of view to overcome most of the obstacles that's preventing you from achieving these personal goals. It's a web-based platform. It's a web-based platform that can give you the opportunity to learn anytime, to learn anywhere, and at your own pace. Uh, Many people don't have the idea of the self-paced learning. However, the self-paced learning, I think it could be the future of the self-development plans, or getting certified or a certification from one of the most well-known certification providers worldwide. There are thousands of courses available today. The problem is not the lack of learning opportunities. The main challenge, the main problem is finding a learning method that fits your lifestyle, that fits your schedule, that fits your professional goals. That's why I've started Orbit Institute as a self-paced learning, which removed or it's removing many of the barriers that stop professionals from developing their skills. Okay, uh, just a moment. Okay, so you can briefly you can study anywhere on your schedule if your schedule allow. You can learn from your home, from office, from site while traveling or whatever. There is no travel expenses, there is no accommodation costs, no need to take multiple days off from the work. You can pause and resume the lessons anytime. You can replay the difficult topics as many times as needed, and you can learn at your own speed. So you can access the training material as well for extended period and so on. Okay, so what is Orbit Institute? Very quickly, Orbit Institute is offering training programs that can be taken at your own pace, or you can take this training course anytime suitable for you. These programs are designed to help anyone working in maintenance, reliability, condition monitoring field to build a real practical skills and prepare themselves very well for the international certification exams like the ICML, Infraspection Institute, the SMRP, IRCC, and many, many others. Our goal here simply is to make learning more easy and more accessible by removing the old traditional barriers of learning and self-development. So we provide a flexible and very affordable, since the cost is the most common challenge, training so the engineers and the technicians can improve their skills and achieve the global recognized certifications. This is a quick a quick screenshot from the available courses. We provide list of training courses that give you most advanced technical skills needed for your self-development in this career. Mainly, our courses are grouped into three main categories. First category is the condition monitoring orbit. Second category is the asset reliability orbit. And third category is the rotating equipment orbit. And you can easily see many training courses in each orbit, and those training courses are delivered in English language and delivered in Arabic language. After each chapter, you can find quizzes that has questions covering the all the knowledge to test your knowledge after each video. Online video course or online video session of this chapter, and there is a lot of mock exams and simulation exams for very well-known internationally recognized certification providers. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the ICML for people who don't know what is the ICML. The ICML, it is the International Council for Machinery Lubrication. So the International Council of Machinery Lubrication, it's a worldwide non-profit organization that help industries improve the way they handle machinery lubrication and oil analysis. And it is the largest testing and certification body in the world. For this field, so far, there are over 20,000 people certified around the globe from the ICML. By the way, the ICML is in full compliance with the ISO standard, which is 18,436, and all the ICML certification follow this standard and making the certification very well recognized worldwide and respected internationally. Okay, I'm going to talk about the certification paths or the different types of certifications that the ICML can accredit you. So the ICML certification path here, as you can see, this map, as I said, the ICML offers internationally recognized certification that help the maintenance and reliability professionals, even the non-technical people, to develop their skills in lubrication, in oil analysis, in machinery reliability as well. So these certifications are organized into different career paths based on the job role and responsibility of each one of them. As you can see here, this is the technical guy, this is the non-technical guy. So the technical guy may chase one of those career paths. Okay. So as you can see here, the career path of oil analysis or the knowledge of oil analysis, you can see that the oil analysis, in this case, can be divided into two main branches, which is the field oil analysis, which is most or the most recognized MLA level 1, MLA level 2, and MLA level 3, which is machinery lubrication analysis, and the LLA, which is related to the laboratory. I'm going to go through all of the certifications right now, starting from the MLT, which is related to the machinery lubrication technicians. Those types of certifications focus on hands-on lubrication tasks in the field, which means the typical responsibilities of anyone chasing those certifications should be lubricating the machinery correctly, applying the lubrication to the machine correctly, greasing the bearings and the components, how exactly, what is the best practice to do the greasing, handling, storing, and transferring the lubricants. How can you handle the lubricant from one place to another? How can you store as per the best practice to the lubricants? How can you transfer the lubricant? How can you prevent the lubricant from contamination? How can you perform routine inspections and so on? So the certifications level of MLT, which is Machinery Lubrication Technician, is suitable for the specialized lubrication technician, any mechanical technician, any maintenance technicians, and some plant operators as well for their knowledge. Okay? The MLA, which is the rising star, the most commonly chased certification path, which is machinery lubrication analysts or machinery lubrication analysis. This type of certification assess the knowledge that can relate the machinery lubrication knowledge, oil analysis knowledge with the rotating machines in your plant. So its main focus is oil analysis and condition monitoring, the monitoring of condition of your equipment. Okay, so mainly the typical responsibilities of the certified machinery lubrication analysts could be how to collect representative oil sample, how to understand the oil analysis report, to interpret the oil analysis report, how to detect a machine wear or a lubricant degradation, how to identify contamination issues, how to trend the lubricant and the machine condition monitoring data, how to support the maintenance decisions, and so on. Okay, so it starts with MLA1. This is a fundamental oil analysis, and I can say it is the base of the big pyramid of oil analysis or machinery lubrication. And then MLA2, it's an advanced level of oil analysis or condition monitoring through oil analysis. And MLA3, of course, it's an expert level in diagnostics of oil analysis and managing the program of oil analysis. Okay, so it's suitable mainly for condition monitoring engineers, reliability engineers, and specialized oil analysts. The MLE, I'm going to talk now about the MLE, and this is one of the most certification paths that many people are confused about. What is the difference between machinery lubrication analysis and machinery lubrication engineering? So what's the difference between MLE certification and MLA certification? So MLE certification is a combination, a big combination between the machinery lubrication analysis certification and a lot of reliability topics and reliability knowledge. Its main goal or its main focus is on engineering the lubrication problem, designing the lubrication program, the optimization of lubrication program. Okay, so mainly the responsibilities of the machinery lubrication engineer is to develop the lubrication strategy, select the right lubricants for different applications, design a lubrication system, improve the equipment reliability, and track the equipment reliability through oil analysis. Managing the lubrication program across many facilities, perform lubrication related root cause analysis, and so on. So this certification, the machinery lubrication engineer, is connecting the oil analysis with the maintenance and reliability together. Okay, it brings both on the table so you can understand how to manage, how to engineer the program of machinery lubrication and how to track it. It's suitable for machinery, for reliability engineers, for maintenance engineers, for asset management professionals, for lubrication program managers, and so on. Okay, so again, the key difference, the main difference is while the MLT and the MLA focus in performing lubrication and application of lubrication in equipment, and MLA focus on oil analysis activities and condition monitoring and interpreting, understanding the oil analysis reports, the MLE focus in designing and managing and optimizing the entire lubrication program. Okay. Now I'm going to talk very quickly about the LLA, which is the laboratory lubricant analysis. This is a laboratory-based lubricant testing and oil analysis. It's suitable for the laboratory technician, the one who is doing the oil analysis himself in the laboratory. Okay, to get the result of the oil analysis, there should be a procedures and the tests needs to be done in the laboratory. So those certifications are assessing your knowledge, your expertise in the laboratory and analyzing oil analysis. I mean, this could be more suitable for chemists or the laboratory analysts or the laboratory technicians. There are some other specialized certifications like VIM, VPR, FPL, which is varnish and deposit identification and measurement, varnish and deposit prevention and removal, FPL, it's food processing lubrication, focus on food grade lubricant selection and food processing lubrications and so on. This is very specialized one. And the newly released, it was released a couple of days ago, some certifications for the non-technical people, the GLC and ALC. But our main focus today is in the field or the oil analysis certifications and machinery lubrication engineering certifications. Okay. We can now, I want to talk about the benefits of gaining an international certification. Is it really beneficial? Is it really important to have an international certification? To invest in yourself, to pay, to have an exam, and after this exam, a certification released from some place worldwide, from the ICML, for example. Is it important for your career path? According to my own experience, according to my personal experience, as I told you, a lot of people worldwide, tens send me messages every day asking if this certification will be beneficial to me, if this certification is going to guarantee that I will find a new job, for example, or I can be promoted to a specific position or whatever. I always say I always say to all of them that certifications, the internationally recognized certifications, are very important. From my point of view, being prepared, being certified, being prepared with no opportunity is way better, is much better than being than having an opportunity without being prepared for it. So just imagine that your dream your life dream job has an opening and you are doing an interview and you have another opponent or another candidates that are certified, for example, in machinery lubrication analyst or engineer or whatever, and you want to chase this opportunity, but you still don't have an internationally recognized certification, for example. It could be a great help in this situation. So gaining an international certification is beneficial. Yes, I can say that from my personal experience. I've been working in many places worldwide. I've been working in Egypt, then I went to work in Saudi Arabia, in United Arab Emirates, in Oman, and now I'm working in Australia. So what I can tell you that the international certifications are very good support for your career path. Um, Briefly, we can say that the international certification is makes your technical knowledge more trusted because it's checked by a global organization. It shows that you have a real and standardized knowledge, and this is the most important, not just experience. Experience is very good. Experience beat everything. However, the international certification prove that you have a standardized knowledge in this field. It help you grow in your career faster, and it can move from you can move from a position to another position, from a technician position to maybe an engineering position, from engineer position to some senior role position, and so on. It proves that you have a clear and structured understanding of the topic you are certified in, and it shows commitment and reduces the training time of the employees. As well, of course, it can give you a lot of technical knowledge. You will, for example, if you want to be certified, internationally certified in machinery lubrication, you will understand a lot of things about the lubrication concepts, about oil analysis, about most of the condition monitoring techniques, about the different machinery as well. And it can give you a good opportunity to meet certified peoples worldwide, to grow your connections with the certified people worldwide. Okay, so yeah, now I will be speaking about the machinery lubrication analysis and machinery lubrication engineering in specific. Let's talk about some technical points in machinery lubrication analysis and machinery lubrication engineering. Okay. So, is everything is good so far? Do you hear me well so far? Please sum up if everything is good so far. Everything is good. Perfect. Very good. So yeah, hopefully I answered most of the questions so far. And yeah, some people sending questions in the chat. I will not drop this. I will answer all the questions after we finish this upcoming slides. Okay, very good. Yeah, let's complete. So now I'm going to talk about the machinery lubrication analysis in specific. From my point of view, this is one of the most important training courses that you may have, and one of the most important certifications as well. If you are working in any field, in condition monitoring, mechanical maintenance, as a reliability engineer, maintenance planning and scheduling, whatever, and in operations as an operator or whatever, the machinery lubrication analysis level 1 at least course is crucial for your career path. So now I'm going to talk about the certification. What is the certification? The Machinery Lubrication Analyst or MLA certification. It's a certification from the International Council for Machinery Lubrication, the ICML. It is a global certification for professionals who work with oil analysis and machinery condition monitoring. Okay, and of course, who wants to know all the basics about the machinery lubrication and how to store the lubricant, how to manage the lubricants, how to apply the lubrications, and what are the concepts of selecting the proper lubricants for different rotating equipment, and so on. Okay, so what can the certified machinery lubrication analyst can do, or what can the MLA certified professional can understand or can bring to the table. So he can understand the analysis of the oil samples of the oil sampling to check the machinery condition. So after the training course, you will have a deep understanding of the oil analysis report and interpretation of the oil analysis report you may receive. You can detect wear, contamination, and lubricant problems. All of this you will understand about it. You can support an early failure detection of the machinery because the main focus is the condition monitoring of the machines, and you can help improve the machine reliability and the performance as well. This is very brief outcomes of the machinery lubrication analysis level 1 and level 2 certification courses. Okay. Of course, if you want to know more about the MLA 1 and MLA 2, I will go through the body of knowledge of the ICML in a couple of slides. So yeah, now about the exam. If people want to know more about the MLA exam or MLA 1 or MLA 2 exam, what are the requirements to attend the exam and so on. So for MLA 1, you need at least 12 months of experience in machinery lubrication, oil analysis, condition monitoring, a minimum 16 hours per month and so on. So they want just to check if you have a proper field experience in machinery lubrication, and this is the most important one. You need to complete 24 hours of documented formal training aligned with MLA1 body of knowledge, which means it is covering all the topics or the body of knowledge of machinery lubrication analysis level 1. And in the next slide, I'm going to show you what is the body of knowledge of machinery lubrication analysis level 1 and level 2 as well. And of course, pass the MLA 1 exam. The exam is 100 multiple choice questions and the pass rate is 70%. Okay. And yes, of course, Orbit Institute is providing an accredited training, which is allowing you to finish the training, and then after that, a certification will be released automatically from Orbit Institute website, which make you eligible to apply for MLA 1 certification exam from the ICML. Okay. Some people are asking how much cost of the course with exam of certificate. It depends because the ICML, this is a very good question. The ICML has a different pricing scheme as per your location. For example, you are staying in Saudi Arabia, you are staying in Canada, you are staying in Germany, you are staying in Australia. Each and every country has its own pricing scheme to apply for the exam. However, the exam varies between 160 US dollars up to 250 or 290, I think, US dollars based on your location. Okay. Someone is saying, can I get the course free without certificate? Well, you mean the international certification? Yes, you can get the course, but of course not for free, not totally for free. You mean free of certificate of or the international? Yes, you can take the course only without going to the exam, and you will have a certification of attendance. Whenever you want to apply for the exam, you can apply for the exam later on. And I strongly recommend that after the training course, you apply directly to the ICML exam to have an internationally recognized certification in this field. Okay. Abu Bakr is saying which one suits for last year mechanical students. Um, well, I think I have some of the certifications of training courses, which is called uh, lubricant and apprentice or lubricant trainee. It may fit last year student. Can I take the exam with self-study or without formal training? No, according to the ICML regulation, you need to complete a formal training in order to get the or to apply for the certification exam. Just like Mobius Institute, if you are aware of Mobius Institute, it's one of the most well-known providers in vibration analysis, training providers and certification providers as well. You can't just go directly to the exam without having a formal technical training. And I personally recommend you may have the course itself, the knowledge is very valuable for you, and it will allow you to pass the exam. Okay, I will stop taking questions so far, but please write all your questions. I will answer your questions after we finish the slides. Okay, the MLA2 requirements, the ICML requirements for applying for MLA2 training, for MLA2 certification, at least 24 months of experience in lubrication analysis, and you must meet one of the following requirements. You can apply for MLA2 if you hold the MLA1 certification. If you already passed MLA1 certification, you can apply for MLA2 certification. And you may apply for a mature candidate with higher experience and training, which means you need to have at least the training of MLA1 plus the training of MLA2 plus a mature candidate form to be filled and sent to the ICML. Based on all of this, you can go directly to the MLA2 certification exam. However, if you don't have any of this, you should first have MLA1 certification exam, and then after that apply for MLA2 certification exam. Okay? Um, okay, very good. So now this is a body of knowledge of machinery lubrication analysis level 1. For people who don't know what this course is covering, this is briefly what is the course is covering. First, it's talking about maintenance strategies, machine failure basics, rule of lubrication and reliability, basic maintenance planning, and so on. And then it's talking about the theory and the fundamentals of lubrication, the friction and the wear basics, the lubrication regimes, and it's talking as well about the tribology, which is the science of friction, wear, and lubrication. It's talking about lubricants and lubricant products, the oil, the formulation of oils, the formulation of grease. It's talking about its physical properties as well, about the viscosity index, and the additive basics, the basic selection concepts, and so on. It's talking about lubrication application to your machine, how to apply the lubricant to your machine to follow the best practice to do so, the manual lubrication and the automatic lubrication, the correct quantity and timing for lubrication, how to avoid lubrication errors, and so on. And it's talking about lubricant storage and handling, talking about lubrication condition control, lubrication contamination, the types of contamination, the effect of contamination, and the contamination control. And it's talking about the proper or the best practice of oil sampling, where exactly to sample, and so on. And it's talking about the tests, the basic oil analysis tests and condition monitoring. And then it's talking about wear debris monitoring. This is the first level of machinery lubrication analysis. The second level, or machinery lubrication analyst level 2, it's talking about all of this, but in deep details. It's talking about oil analysis in deep details, about lubricant health monitoring, about lubrication contamination measurement and how to control it, about wear debris analysis, more tests, more understanding, and more confident while you are doing oil analysis. Okay? Okay. So now let's talk about some technical information. So why you are using, I've said a lot condition monitoring. So why you are using condition monitoring techniques mainly? It's some general discussions, but it could be very beneficial for all of people. Condition monitoring techniques usually used to monitor a parameter of condition in machinery. Let's say the vibration of the machinery, the temperature of the machinery, the condition of oil in the machinery, whatever. This mainly in order to identify any significant change to you, so you can trend and see if there is any change happening that may indicate a developing fault, a developing failure, or a failure mode. Okay, so condition monitoring has a unique benefit as it can detect failure modes. And this would the failure mode would shorten the normal machinery lifespan and clearly can be addressed before they develop to a major failure. The biggest condition monitoring techniques, there are a lot of condition monitoring techniques. However, the biggest or the very well known condition monitoring techniques are the vibration analysis, infrared thermography, and of course oil sampling and analysis, and ultrasound testing, as well as the motor current analysis and some other condition monitoring techniques like motion amplification and so on. So the condition monitoring techniques here serve as an extension for the normal human senses. So the human senses, as sight, as hearing, as smelling, as touching, they have traditionally played a very important role in identifying early signs of machinery problem, like unusual noises of the machinery, like leaks you can see with your eyes, like vibrations, like unpleasant odors of the machinery, and so on. So while these sensory inspections offer an immediate insights of the machinery, they are subjective and limited in accuracy. The modern condition monitoring techniques, they enhance and extend the human capabilities by using advanced tools and sensors to detect and analyze the equipment health more precisely. Okay? So the condition monitoring techniques serve as extension and enhancement of the human sense, like vision, hearing, taste, smell, and touch. Okay? Usually the condition monitoring professionals or the condition monitoring specialists, they act as a machinery doctor. So the human doctor is very similar, has a very similar role as the machinery condition monitoring specialist. Both of them are using suitable tools to diagnose and monitor the condition of whatever they are taking care for. So the doctor is taking care of patients and the machine. Oh, sorry, there is someone is on mute. Please keep yourself muted till the end of the webinar. Thank you so much. Okay, so yes, again, the doctor or the human doctor is taking care of the patient, and the machinery condition monitoring specialist is taking care of the machines. So the predictive maintenance techniques or the condition monitoring techniques are actually they have very close analogy to the medical diagnostics techniques. Okay. So, for example, if you are measuring vibration for the machine, as the doctor is hearing your pulses or whatever, measuring your temperature as well. You can measure the temperature of the machine. He's taking a blood sample of you, or to do a blood test. For example, you are taking sample of oil to do oil uh, test for the machine as well. So mainly the concept is one. You are similar, and it's very important for people who are working in the field of the condition monitoring to understand the power of integrating the condition monitoring techniques. For example, a lot of professionals attending with me right now are certified in vibration analysis. They think the vibration analysis is the most important condition monitoring technique for your equipment, and this is true for most of the rotating equipment. However, integrating all of the condition monitoring techniques, or two of condition monitoring techniques, three of condition monitoring techniques at the same asset, it give you a very good understanding. It give you a confidence in your diagnosis to the fault of your machine. So again, each one of them, the vibration analysis, the thermography, the ultrasound testing, and the oil analysis, of course, provide a valuable insight. No single method can uncover every potential failure mode in its own. So each and every condition monitoring technique has its own strength points and has its own drawbacks as well. Okay, so while the integration requires investment and the training and the proper data management, of course, the payoff in reliability, safety, and the cost, it makes it very good to be included in the RCM strategy, or the reliability centered maintenance strategies. Okay, so yeah, we all know why the integration between the techniques matters, why it's important to understand machinery lubrication and oil analysis as well if you are certified thermographer or certified vibration analyst, because the integration multiple condition monitoring techniques is essential, because it can see different aspect of health, of equipment health. As you can see here, each and every one is seeing the fan motor, this fan motor, from a different point of view. So if you have multiple point of views of the same equipment, then you will have the full picture in the end. Okay. Again, no single technique can detect all possible defects, and relying on one approach only, it may risk missing some early warning of failures. Now I'm going to give you a brief or a quick technical discussion about the oil analysis technique. This is an introduction of the oil analysis technique. Oil analysis technique is one of the oldest predictive maintenance technologies which are still used today. It is a process of sampling the lubricating oil of machinery and analyzing it. It is like a medical blood test where we can know about our diseases from our blood. The purpose, the main goal of oil analysis program is to verify that the lubricated machine is operating according to the expectations. Okay? When any abnormal condition is identified through oil analysis, we can understand and take immediate actions to correct the root cause of this condition. Okay, this is the process of oil sampling. The process of oil sampling, it is the process of taking a portion of oil from a tank, from a reservoir, from the machine itself, from oil sump of the machine. This sample should be best representing the oil working area, and it's sent directly to the laboratory. Since we are talking about the laboratory and how can we do oil analysis actually has many types. There are a couple of types for oil analysis. Four main types of oil analysis are the online oil monitoring. There are some sensors, there are some equipment that you can fix on your lubrication lines that can permanently be permanently mounted and used on a single machine or a group of machines, and it can give you 24/7 monitoring of the oil condition. Okay? Just like the online systems of the critical equipment or critical equipment, rotating equipment of that monitor the vibration, and you can do a vibration analysis through it. You can do an oil field inspection. This is just inspection, not analysis. You can use some sight glasses, magnetic plugs, or any other accessory that can be added to your machinery in order to do a daily inspection. As well, you can do a portable field inspection, which we call the portable field instrument and tests in field. Inside the field itself, you still can do quick and very simple tests to be performed at the field without any bottle sampling. Okay, so this could be a routine inspection as well. However, the most commonly known is the laboratory oil analysis. So you take an oil sample and send it to a laboratory for oil analysis or an in-house laboratory for oil analysis. Each method has its advantage and it's used based on the criticality of the equipment. And of course, integrating these methods ensure a comprehensive understanding of the lubrication health and monitoring program of the equipment. Okay. So, yes, uh, this is a summary, a very quick summary of the most common oil analysis laboratory tests. The laboratory can test your oil viscosity. It can test the total acid number. It can, there are a couple of tests like the FTIR, very well known test, which is testing the chemical composition of your lubricants. Of course, you will know much more about each and every test if you attended machinery lubrication analysis course. Particle counting, it's measuring the size and the quantity of the particles in the lubricant. Carl Fisher, the famous Carl Fisher water test, it quantifies the amount of water in the lubrication. The elemental analysis, it tests the elements or the atoms in the oil. The ICP spectroscopy, the direct read ferrography, the analytical ferrography, it's all related to wear metal or wear debris analysis. Okay. This is a sample of the oil report, what the oil analysis report can tell you, and this is one of the most important benefits of machinery lubrication analysis path or machinery lubrication analysis training courses, that you can understand three main insights of your machine. First, the lubrication condition. The oil analysis is going to give you insight on the lubrication condition, the oil health, the viscosity of the oil, the amount of oxidation, the additives of the oil, whatever. Okay. Second insight is about the contamination condition, which is detecting any dirt or any water contamination. The third insight is giving you the third information giving you insights about the equipment condition. It identify the wear metals and the machine health by the elemental analysis, and many other wear debris analysis can do so. Okay, so at minimum, the oil analysis report should include the viscosity of the oil, the particle counting of the oil, the moisture content or the water content in particle per million, the acidity level, the elemental analysis, which give you an insights about wear and additive levels. Okay, so the oil analysis report interpretation is one of the most important outcomes that you may have if you are chasing the MLA training courses and certification path. Okay, so now I have a question after this part of our webinar. How confident are you in your current ability to understand and interpret an oil analysis report? I think you already done some of them in the beginning, but yeah, the ball is still running. If you can go to the second question, how confident are you in your current ability to understand, interpret an oil analysis report? A lot of people are saying very confident, which represent 10% of people here. Could be, I don't know if they are certified machinery lubrication analysts or not, but yeah, 10% are very confident. 25% are somehow confident. They are not very sure, they are not 100% sure about it, but they are somehow confident. A lot of people need more training. They see it's apparently they can see oil analysis reports. They are trying to understand the oil analysis report. However, they need more technical training that allow them to understand the oil analysis reports, each and every point of the oil analysis report. And it seems like it's around 50% of people attending this webinar needs more training, more technical training on oil analysis and interpreting the oil analysis report. And 15% of the attendees, they have no experience at all with oil analysis, which obviously needs as well uh, 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 oil analysis or machinery lubrication analysis trainings. So yeah, before we start talking about machinery lubrication engineering now, I will take some questions of what you wrote and then we can continue. Uh, How much is the training course with orbit and duration? You can check on the website. I will leave the website link in the end. By the way, it's one of the most affordable training courses worldwide. I can bet anyone that he can do a price matching with any training provider. So it's very affordable. It's a very good start. It's your shortcut to the MLA1 certification with the ICML. Um, how long does the certification last or eligible for? It's eligible forever. It's eligible forever. However, you need to renew this training, sorry, international certification every 5 years. It depends on the certification itself. Uh, Vivek saying, I'm working in machinery surveillance as rotary. How it will help to improve my profile? Maybe you mean your career path or your your CV, for example. I in the beginning of this webinar, I talk about the benefits of the international certifications, and I always say one thing. I will repeat it again. I always say one thing. It's always better to be prepared with no opportunity than being not prepared when the opportunity comes. So it's always better to be prepared. It's always better to be internationally certified, recognized internationally in understanding any field than being not recognized or not prepared where there is a real opportunity that can advance your career path, for example. Okay, so I will go through the rest of the questions. But after we finish this last chapter or last section of the webinar. So I'm now going to talk about the machinery lubrication engineering. The machinery lubrication engineering, which I explained in the beginning of this webinar. We are providing a machinery lubrication engineering training course, by the way, one of the most intensive training courses. It's for me, it's like a combination between machinery lubrication analysis level 2 and the CMRP, the Certified Maintenance and Reliability Professional course. Both of them in one course. So you can imagine the how intensive this course is and how full of information this course is. Okay, so now we are going to and yeah, we are running a machinery lubrication engineering course next month. It's going to take place next month, and I'm going to give you all the information in case you are interested to know more about this. Okay, so the machinery lubrication engineering certification, it's an advanced qualification that verifies the person ability to apply lubrication engineering principles in industrial facilities. Okay? So the MLE certified professionals can usually do optimize lubricant selection and lubrication programs, analyze lubrication related machinery failures and identify the root cause of each failure, recommend and implement corrective actions to improve the reliability. They can manage lubrication technicians and oil analysis teams. They can work with lubricant suppliers, service providers, laboratories, and they can support asset management practices in line with the ICML 5501 and the ISO 55001 standard. And I'm going to speak briefly about those standards because it's very important standards in asset management. Okay? So this is very briefly what is going to be discussed in machinery lubrication training courses. And I'm going to show you the body of knowledge set by the ICML, one of the largest body of knowledges of all the training courses, the machinery lubrication engineer course. Okay, so to become a machinery lubrication engineer certified, to become MLE certified, you need to have an experience and education, at least 5 years of education post-secondary, and or practical work experience in areas such as engineering, such as mechanical maintenance, maintenance trades, lubrication engineering, oil analysis, condition monitoring, whatever. The examination is not 100 question, it's 150 multiple choice question, which is a large examination. And the exam duration is 4 hours with a closed book examination. One of the challenging, I can't say the hardest examinations, but it's very challenging examination. So the machinery lubrication engineer certification is very well recognized in the field of oil analysis and reliability, and how can you connect between the oil analysis to improve the reliability and so on. The passing score, of course, is 70%. This is the body of knowledge covered in the ICML. Let's go quickly through it. It's talking about the asset management. What is the meaning of the asset management? What is the ISO 55000? What is the ICML 55 standard fundamental? It's talking about machine reliability basics, machine maintenance fundamentals, condition-based maintenance concepts, tribology, the introduction of lubrication, what is the meaning of friction, of wear, lubrication principles, lubrication selection and application engineering. It's talking about lubrication planning, scheduling, and work management. It has a lot of related topics in machinery lubrication analysis level 2, as well as certified maintenance and reliability professionals, the CMRP. So it's a mixture between MLA2 and CMRP. Fault detection, troubleshooting, root cause analysis, and so on. Risk management for lubrication or the lubricated assets. It's talking about health and safety as well, and how to continually or to do a continuous improvement for lubrication programs. Yeah, this is very quickly what is mentioned in the body of knowledge. Actually, the body of knowledge is much more than this as well. Okay, so briefly, I'm going to talk about some of the topics which are going to be discussed in machinery lubrication engineer training course, and this is the and we are going to come to the end of our free webinar today. I'm going to talk about the asset management, the ISO 50000, 55,000, and the ICML fundamental. What is all of this? What's all of this? So it's some introduction and basic definition of the asset management systems. Okay, so the ISO 55000 includes a systematic, it's a systematic standard that contains or talking about mainly all the assets, not only the physical assets, because there was a standard before the ISO 55000, it's called PAS, PAS, or physical asset, sorry, 55, which is talking only about the physical assets. Okay. Now the ISO 55000 is talking about all the assets, even it's a physical assets, intangible assets, financial assets, ET, etc. Any other assets you may have. Okay. So what is the ICML 55, which is discussed in details in Machinery Lubrication Engineering training course? The ICML 55 is a lubrication management standard developed by the ICML, by the International Council for Machinery Lubrication. So the ICML is not only a certification providers, no, they develop the committee in the ICML, they develop a standard called ICML 55. This standard is there to support the asset management requirements of the ISO 55000. However, the asset management requirements that is related to the lubricated mechanical assets. Okay? So again, the ISO 55000 standard focus on the overall asset management, but does not provide a detailed guide for the lubricated equipment. So to fill this gap, to fill the gap in the ISO 55000, the ICML created a standard called ICML 55. Okay? This standard provide a clear framework for organization, a clear steps, clear point, clear standard for organizations to do the following: to establish effective lubrication problem. How can you establish effective lubrication problem? How can you improve lubrication practices? How can you increase the machine reliability through lubrication? How can you reduce equipment failures and the maintenance cost and the continuously improve lubrication management? This is the main objective of the ICML 55 standard. And finally, the MLE training course is going to discuss all of this. The Machinery Lubrication Engineer training course is going to discuss all of this. The ICML 55 Lubricated Asset Management Standard, the engineering specification for lubrication excellence is or are the following. There are 12 key areas. The big 12 identified or defined by the ICML 55.1. This should be included in any lubrication program. Okay, so again, the ICML 55 can be used by any company that operates a large number of lubricated machine. It does not replace the 55,000 asset management ISO standard, but it work together to provide a detailed lubrication requirement that support the ISO asset management goal. Okay? So the organization can be audited and certified against ICML 55, demonstrating that their lubrication problem meet the highest standards in machinery lubrication excellent or contributes to an excellent machinery reliability. Okay, so those big 12 are as the following, as you can see here. You can assess the skills, the job task, training, competency, the machine lubrication and condition monitoring readiness, the lubricant itself, the lubrication system design, selection, the lubrication planned and corrective maintenance action, tools, lubrication support facilities and tools, inspection, how can you do inspection? Lubricant analysis, how can you do the oil analysis and the condition monitoring program trending and so on? Troubleshooting based on the analysis, how can you handle the wastes of lubricant and manage this? How can you take care of the energy conservation and environment? How can you reclaim the oil and the system documentation and then the management of the program itself? All of this is going to be discussed in the machinery lubrication engineering level, training course that qualify you to MLE certification. Okay, so this is just some couple of slides of the topics that will be discussed in MLE training course. The oil analysis, of course, this training course is trying to connect the oil analysis knowledge with the reliability knowledge. For example, this is how is the oil analysis program performing? How can you set a measured and clear KPIs or key performance indicators for oil analysis program? Steps to establish the oil analysis program, starting from oil sampling and oil result returned and result analyzed, notification raised if there is any problem, and then plan work based on the notification, and then execute the work or work carried out to the machine. All of this you can add or you can measure using a clear key performance indicators like the sample turnaround time, the number of notification raised per month, per quarter, per year, or whatever. Notification converted to work orders, which means it's a critical condition, and work orders completed or not, and the compliance as well. So you can set a KPIs for your oil analysis program, and this is going to be discussed in details in Machinery Lubrication Engineering training course. Okay. Finally, another snapshot of MLE training course. This graph shows how the return on investment from an oil analysis program increase as your level of engagement and action become more proactive and strategic. So if your action with the oil analysis become more proactive, become more strategic, so the ROI or reverse on investment will be much higher. At the lowest level, when there is no action taken, this is the least or the minimal ROI or reverse on investment. If you are not taking any action based on the oil analysis reports or the oil analysis outcomes. Greater benefits start or comes when the action is taken early. So if you act on the criticals only, then a greater reverse on investment comes. And if you act early and be proactive, a greater reverse on investment comes. And of course, this reverse on investment can be translated to money. Okay? Actively managing the oil analysis program, if you focus and manage the oil program, you will increase the benefits of the oil analysis program. You will have higher return on investment. And if you reach that level, which is the highest level of ROI or reverse on investment, is achieved when the oil analysis insights are used to start to affect or to start to influence your decisions, such as selecting the equipment, such as choosing the right lubricants, such as redesigning the system again to improve the reliability of equipment, then you have the highest ROI or reverse on investment. Okay, if this oil analysis program start to influence your purchase, your oil purchase decisions, then you have the highest ROI. Okay, finally, how the role of oil analysis fit in the reliability centered maintenance. For example, this is the work cycle, proactive work plan. For example, we do a work identification, then planning for the work, planning for the job, and then scheduling of the job, then execution and closing, follow-up, and performance analysis. So the oil analysis can take part of this planning and scheduling, or the reliability centered maintenance strategy of your plant, for example, as usually the oil analysis support the proactive approach in the reliability centered maintenance plan and the preventive approach as well. So oil analysis can be used as a proactive task and a preventive task, which means if you use the oil analysis to early to make an early fault detection through wear debris analysis, contamination monitoring, lubrication health checks, and so on, and integrating this with vibration analysis, thermography, ultrasound to complete the condition monitoring and diagnostics in order to identify the root causes of the problem and then start to eliminate the root causes of the problem, then this is a proactive approach of the oil analysis. Oil analysis can be a preventive task as well. Yes, if you are only using the oil analysis to optimize the oil drain interval, to schedule the filter replacement for the oil, for example, to support rebuilding some decision with some historical oil data. So all of this is a preventive task or a preventive approach of oil analysis that can still fit in your reliability centered maintenance program. So yes, now I came to the last question and the end of our webinar today about the machinery lubrication analysis and engineering. Yeah, the question is, before this webinar, were you familiar with MLE certification? Do you understand that the MLE certification is all about managing the program, engineering and designing the machinery lubrication and oil analysis program? 95 people answered the question. 25% of you said yes, I was familiar with it and understand its purpose. 47% say that I had heard of it, but know very little about it. They don't know much about it. 12% they said, I know about ICML certification, but not MLE specifically. 15% no, it's my first time hearing about MLE. So it's around 75% don't know all the information or don't know at all about the machinery lubrication engineering and what is the difference between the machinery lubrication analysis certifications, which is very important from my point of view, and the machinery lubrication engineering body of knowledge training course and ICML certification. Yeah, that's it. I came to an end with my presentation today, with my webinar today, and I'm happy first to answer some of the questions with for all people, and then let you ask your questions after that. So, is everything is good so far? Everything is good. It was as expected. Everything is good. Do you understand me? Do you understand my English? Okay, if everything's good, just thumb up or yeah. Yes, thank you everyone, and yes, thank you so much for attending this webinar today with me, and I really appreciate your attendance, each and every one. Where you were a great add to our event today, and I will try as possible to make a new topics or talk about the new topics in new events and free webinars. Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks everyone. Thanks for everyone who wrote. Thank you. Okay, I will go through the conversations happening in the meeting chat, and then after that, I may open the mics for some people who want to ask any questions. Okay. Is MLA1 training practical based or just theoretical? Okay. Someone, yeah, Abdullah Khan is saying, is MLA1 training is a practical based or just theoretical? I work where we don't do analysis at the plant. How can I become a good MLA1 or MLA2 certified? I want to see things practically. How can I manage it? Saad Eddin is saying it's a theoretical. Yes, MLA is a theoretical course, but it gives you the practical insights. For example, if you want to do oil sampling, you will find the basics. You will find the steps of the oil sampling, of the proper oil sampling, of the good oil sampling, of the best practice of oil sampling in MLA1 training. So MLA1 training will be very beneficial for you in case you are going to apply oil analysis in your plant. And it's very sad to hear that you are not doing any oil analysis in your plant. Okay? Uh, Dewey is saying, yes, said the pricing is different depending on location. How much can it cost for Zambian? Okay, for Zambia, for example, or anywhere, any location worldwide, you can easily search for the ICML examination pricing on Google, for example, and start. You will find the drop down, find your country, find your certification, select your certification, and the price will appear. Abdullah Khan is saying, I work where we don't do oil analysis. Okay, yeah, we answered this question. Saad is saying, start with MLA 1 to learn basics on oil analysis. You can then start developing oil analysis program in the plant, eventually start obtaining MLE, which will enable to obtain more insights in oil analysis. Yes, I can't say better. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Saad. Okay. Muhammad, there is one Qureshi is saying, besides certification, do you also provide online training of field lubrication? Yes, yes, of course. I'm delivering all of the machinery lubrication analysis level one, level two, and machinery lubrication engineering training course, which is going to take place very soon, next month, I think. Do you provide MLE? Yes. Next month, I will be running MLE training course. Can you please also provide the handouts of the presentation? The whole presentation is going to be uploaded on YouTube, so you can get back to this video anytime you want. Saadudin is saying, why don't you provide MLE training during weekends? Yes, we can do so. We can do so, of course. And you know, Saadudin, this is the topic I was talking about in the beginning uh, of the webinar, that even if I am doing an online live training courses, I record those courses and I upload all the videos on Orbit Institute website, and anyone is attending will have an access for 3 complete months to the recorded sessions. So even if you can't attend just one session, 2 sessions only, for example, all the recorded sessions will be uploaded to the website, and you will have an access for 3 months, so you can get back whenever you want, and you can go through all the quizzes and go through all the mock exams even after the course the course ending with 3 months. So yeah, this is, and it's nothing for extra cost or nothing extra. Anyone attending the live courses will have access in Orbit Institute website. Just want to ask if Orbit Institute is ISO 17000.4 certified. Okay. Well, this ISO or this ISO standard is specific for some training entities. Okay. Well, the training courses we provide is according to the ISO standard, which will allow you to apply for international certifications, just like the ICML, just like the SMRP, just like the IRCC, just like Inspection Institute, for example, and so on. Okay, but Orbit Institute itself doesn't have its own certification, to provide according to this ISO standard. Okay, if that's clear enough. Okay. Yeah, a lot of questions. Oh, wow. Okay, just a moment. Uh, oh, I think the problem is okay. Yeah. Please try to mute yourself as possible till we can open the mics for each and everyone. Okay. Um, okay, Roland is saying everything is perfect. Thank you so much. But I want to know, is it more advisable to have MLE or MLA? Well, I strongly recommend starting with MLA 1, then MLA 2, Then you may chase the CMRP, for example, the Certified Maintenance and Reliability Professional, and then you chase the MLE because MLE training course is a big thing. Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. I hope you conduct more of this kind of webinar. Yes, I will be doing so each couple of months. I'm very interested in growing my career in condition monitoring, but due to lack of opportunity in my country, all I can do right now is attending trainings. Will it all be worth it? Yes, this is guys, Kurt Delos Reyes, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. This is the type of questions that I am receiving on a daily basis. Again, it's way better. It's much better to be prepared with no opportunity than being not prepared when the opportunity comes. Okay, this is my advice to each and every one. Can you please provide presentation slides? Yes, it's going to be all the webinar is going to be uploaded on our YouTube channel, and you can follow Orbit Institute page. Jafar is saying, you, my brother, Mr. Oh, thank you, Jafar. Thank you so much. Subhi is saying, can we go directly to MLA2 without MLA1? According to the ICML regulations, again, according to the ICML regulations, you cannot go directly to MLA2 without having MLA1 certification. Or you should provide MLA1 training certification, course certification, MLA1 training course certification, plus MLA2 training course certification, plus filling an online form that you are a mature candidate to apply for MLA2 directly. Okay? So if anyone wants more information about this, he can contact me directly. I'm going to help him go through all of this. Okay. What is the eligibility years of MLA1 and MLE certificates? Well, the certificate is eligible for 5 years. Asam Al Salim saying, what is the best foundational certification for a technical trainer who teaches maintenance diploma trainees at a technical college or institute? I think that you may start with machinery lubrication analysis level 1. It is, as I told you, this is the base of the great pyramid of machinery lubrication and lubrication excellence. Ganana is saying, how can we do exam after the course online, or how long we have the time to do exam? Well, there is no time limitation to do the exam. After you finish the course, you can apply for the exam after 1 week, after 1 month, after 1 year, after 10 years. It's valid. It's always valid if you already gained the certification of training course. Okay, and the online and the examinations of the ICML are online, are provided online as well. There is an online option which I strongly recommend going for online option of this certification. Okay. What is the duration of these courses, MLA1, MLA2, and MLE? Well, when I'm doing those courses on live trainings, I deliver MLA1 in 5 days, MLA2 in 5 days, MLE maybe in 6 days. Okay. However, MLA1 and MLA2 are now available in Orbit Institute website, recorded sessions in English language and in Arabic language for whoever wants to attend. Each recorded session, each video represents a specific chapter, a specific topic, and after each topic there are quizzes, exam-like, ICML exam-like questions. And after all of this, there are mock exams simulations that will prepare you very well for the ICML exam for MLA1 or MLA2. Okay. Jafar is saying, if attended MLE course, after how many months I will be ready to appear in exam? Well, I recommend you take around, it depends. If you go through the mock exams, this is my recommendation. Go through the mock exams, go through all the quizzes after you finish the training course. If you can go through it in 1 week, all of it, and finish all of it in 1 week, so apply directly for the MLE exam. don't uh, uh, don't take too much time to apply for the MLE exam. If you finish all the quizzes and mock exams of MLE. Does Orbit Institute guide candidates on how to pass ICML certification exam during the training course? Of course, yes. We have a very responsive customer support. We have very responsive customer support. You can send an email in less than, I'm not saying 24 hours, in less than 12 hours. We are going to reply your inquiries, whatever your inquiries is, and we can give you support while you are doing certification registration on the ICML website. Badukana Abdelaziz, thank you for your presentation. Thank you so much. Last question. Will you also provide certificate of attendance for this webinar? Well, yeah. So far, the people attending this webinar, I can provide some attendance certifications. Yes, of course. It needs some preparations because, to be honest, we were not preparing any certifications for attending this webinar because this webinar is a mix of some technical knowledge as well as some general knowledge about certifications. What is the meaning of MLE or MLA1 certifications, and what is ICML, and what is Orbit Institute, and so on. Okay. So yes, please, for any inquiries, if you have any further question, please go to send an email directly to info@orbitreliability.com. Okay. And now I have a couple of minutes that we can, if anyone wants to uh, open the mic, just raise your hand, use the option of raising a hand or thumb up, and we are going to open the mic for you. We are going to unmute you, then take the question, and you can speak directly with me. Yeah, before doing this, thank you so much for attending this webinar. I hope it was beneficial for you. I hope it cleared a lot of confusion for many people who don't understand what is the differences between MLA, MLE, and how to be certified, and what is the important benefits of being internationally recognized, and so on. I hope I was successful in delivering all of this, and the presentation was clear. My English was clear as well. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone.